Hello there, you guys. This is going to be a Summer Solstice 2017 reading, and this is for true love partnerships. So, unconditional loving partnerships, divine partnerships, those that are ordained by God, those partnerships. And, really, twin flame is just a label, but I know people identify with that, but I get what energy you're desiring to experience, what it is that you're actually seeking, whether it's that specific person, which I don't believe that that's really what it is. I feel like it's the energy of that thing, the energy to experience true love, that person that's meant for you. Sometimes we just need to put a face to it, and sometimes it may be that person, or it may just be an ideal, like saying that this is I want to exchange that energy with this person, if that makes sense. So twin flames, soulmates, divine partners, twin souls, it's just a label. Like, it's just the name where you're identifying with is the energy of that thing. So I hope you guys understand that. Just speaking from my experience, the whole twin flame thing, I can go deep into it, but at the end of the day, it's just a journey about self. It's hardly about another person, or that other person that you identify as your twin, or who you believe to be as your so-called twin or twin flame. People have their own ideal about that. I won't get into it. My only duty here is to deliver a message to those who are who identify as twin flames, or who are seeking information or guidance about twin flames. That's all I'm here to do. Okay. So I hope that makes sense, you guys. So let's see what Spirit has to say for the collective, those who are viewing and watching this video. What is the message that you have for them in relation to the twin flame community, twin flame energy, those who resonate with the term twin flames, the signs, the synchronicities, the experiences? What is the message you have for them for this summer solstice? I thought it was funny because I was going to do a live and just do a summer solstice love reading, and I was like, let me Google and make sure that we're even in the summer solstice. And it was funny because it actually started today. I thought that was funny, but I guess I was divinely led to do this. So let's see what message Spirit has for everybody. Oh, you guys got the lovers. Isn't it the lovers? That's the card to get. All right, that's the card to get. And we got feeling alone, stable during stability. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have challenging times, which is like the 5 of Wands. All right, you guys, let's get on into it. So you have some major arcanas here. So it's kind of like a wave of things that I'm seeing. So you have the lead card, which is the Emperor. Okay. So Spirit is trying to lead you to a divine partnership, obviously, with the Lover's card, the 6 of Love. But you need to be open up to it. Because a lot of you guys are closing yourselves off from that thing that you say you want. And I see it here. It's funny. Because you got underneath this card, you got the Sadness and Isolation card, which is the 3 of Swords. This person underneath, he's closed off, but here he's open. So it's kind of like a contradiction. And then you got the Embrace card, which is like being open. This is like the World card. He's being open. His heart chakra is expanding. His higher consciousness is on infinity. And then underneath is the Love abounds. And I feel like that's what it is that you're wanting, but you're not really open to it. And I tell you why. Because you got this here with the Love card. And then you got the feeling along with the opportunity beckons. So I'm going to get into all of that. So you have the lead card, which is the Emperor. The energy I get from the Emperor is that your higher self, that energy in the back, your spiritual team, is guiding you and leading you to the very thing that you say you want. Got a lot of 4s in your reading too. But you got this scroll here. When the scroll represents knowledge and wisdom, you have the knowledge and wisdom, you got the guidance, your crown chakra. I feel like you're getting divine messages from your higher self, directly from your higher self. You're getting the messages, but you're not taking it with you. It's like you got a lot of wisdom from things that you've learned out the course of not this whole twin flame experience or journey that you've been on, but let's say, you know, your life or your dating life, the start of your dating life, whether you started dating at 15, 14, you know, 16, some of, like, you know, it doesn't matter, but you've learned so much about love and you've got a checklist. Like, this is the thing that I desire and this is what I don't desire. These are the characteristics that I look for. These are the type of characteristics that I don't really care for. You know, it's like you've got a checklist. And it's like you've written it down subconsciously. And Spirit's telling you to go forth with your wisdom because you know what to do. You know what you want. You know what you're looking for. You know what it's supposed to feel like because you've written that down. Your higher self has written that down, or you've done it subconsciously. You know what it is. It's like you've already got that blueprint of what it is that you're seeking. The joy and stability card is like you're on your way to this joy and stability, this energy. This is almost like an energy. This would be like the 4 of Wands. So it's the energy of stability and a happy home and a stable foundation with someone, a lifelong partnership, celebrations, getting reassurance. So this is like reassuring you that you're on your way towards that. Like, you got the wisdom, like, you know what you want, and you shouldn't settle for anything that less than what you want. With the Lovers card and the sadness and isolation energy, you're keeping yourself from this partnership that you really desire and you really want. Because you got the sadness and isolation. So mentally, it's like one part of you is like, yeah, I'm open. And the other part of you is like, not open. Could be that you have a fixed idea or perception of what love should be, and you're not budging from that. So it's like you're keeping yourself from this. A part of you just says, I want it. I'm open. This is what I want. But another part of you is like, no, if it doesn't look like this, if it doesn't sound like that, if it doesn't look like this, then I don't want it. And that's coming from your lower self, your ego, because you see it's underneath the surface. Your higher self is all open to what Spirit has to offer them, because it trusts that Spirit knows what they want. It trusts that your higher self knows what's best for you and is guiding you towards something that you really exactly want. But it's like you have an idea or perception. Your ego was like, no, it's got to be this person. No, it's got to look like this. No, they got to come around at this time. They got to say this. They got to do this. This person has to be from here. And, you know, it's a part of your ego, because what your higher self wants for you, it knows what's best. And what's best is what Spirit, your higher self, has for you. Because sometimes we can say we know what we want. We want that blue Volkswagen, let's just say. I don't know why I said Volkswagen, but you want that blue Volkswagen or that buggy. And you'll say it's cute, but it's like you're fixated on that because your mom had a blue car or something and she thought it was cute. Or the girl down the street that you admired when you were a little girl had a blue Volkswagen, so you want one too. But really deep down inside, you want something that gets you around, that has this and it has that. And the Volkswagen doesn't even fit in that category. But you're not open to see what else Spirit has for you because you're fixed on certain things, because it's like you've been conditioned to want this type of situation. You want this type of lover. You want a person that dressed like this. You want a person, and there's nothing wrong with that. You got to have a checklist. But you got to remember that some of the things we want are coming from conditioned states, things that we've been taught to want and believe, and what an ideal beauty is, or ideal man is, and what an ideal relationship is, because the Notebook movie or this novel said this, or your grandparents went about it this way. They're conditions. We never really let our hearts lead us. So let me move on. So you have the Embrace card, which is the World. So your higher self is open to this love that Spirit has. Because this is like the Ace of Cups. And this to me is like divine love. This is the purest love you can get because it comes from God. God's handing it to you. So you know it's divine. You know it's pure. You know, the Six of Cups, it could, you know, be soulmate, past life energy. But is it pure? Not exactly. You've already experienced that. You went through that whole situation. The Ten of Cups, yeah, it feels good at the time, and it's almost with everything you want. The Nine of Cups, yeah, it's like you're getting the feels of what you say you want or what you believe you want. But the Ace of Cups is like that divine love. It comes straight from God. It's the purest form. So that's what your heart, your higher self, because this is a major arcana, this is what your higher self really wants, is a pure love. It doesn't care about what it looks like or who it looks like, what the person's going to be, what they're going to look like, where he comes from, where she comes from, what her weight is, what his race is. You know, it doesn't care about all of that. It's like, yeah, I would like to marry Tom. Yeah, I would want to marry Sarah. But if God has someone better for me, I'm open to that too. And that takes some big panties and boxers to say that. Because it's like, that's hard for me to say, I would love to live in this house because it's beautiful. Like, look at it. It has a fireplace. It has a pool. It has this. It has that. But you know what, God? If this neighborhood isn't meant for me, because who's to say, what if it has a plumbing problem or something? Or the neighborhood, the people, I don't get along with the neighbors, or I don't really dig the area later on. Who's to say that Spirit doesn't have something better for me that just fits my needs and things? Because have you ever had an experience where you wanted, say you went to a restaurant and you wanted this dish and it was like, I want to try this. And then you get it and it's like not that good. But then you spontaneously, like someone will say, you should try this dish. This is really good. I would suggest this. And you go, yeah, I'm open to it. Let me try this dish. And you fall in love with that dish. It's like that. Like you never know, because subconsciously you're creating, you're being conditioned, but there's another part of you that is recording everything that it really wants. And then when you get it, you never really you didn't know that that's something that you requested until it actually comes to you. That order comes. Spirit's not telling you don't have boundaries and don't have standards, but you gotta lean a little bit. You do have to lean a little bit, because you have to understand that not all of your desires are your desires. Sometimes it's because you think this is what your friends want. And here's an example. I had an ex, and he actually embodied certain things that I didn't even know that I wanted in a partner, and I was grateful for that, but he was still an almost person. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not putting him down. It's just I felt it, and I kept it going because I said, this is someone that maybe my dad would want for me, because I dated some bad people in the past, and he's safe, and he's, you know, he's got a job, and he's, you know, he's a, I'm not going to say mama's boy, but he's, you know, he's a sweet church type of boy. So this is someone that my mom would like, my aunts would like, my grandma would like for me, you know, so I stuck around with that. But then it's like, that's conditioning. That's not truly what you desire, what you really want. He's close, but that's not it. So, you know, Spirit, you know, eventually broke us up. But it's that type of thing. It's kind of what I'm getting, is your higher self is like, I'm open. I'm open to this, the pure love. I don't care who he looks like, what kind of car he drives. You know, yeah, I want him to be stable. Yeah, I want him to look attractive to me. But I'm not going to say he has to look like Morris Chestnut, or she has to look like Holly Berry, or I can't have her. I don't want that type. I don't want someone that looks like Ashley Graham because she's kind of chunky, you know, because you could be passing up the love of your life. And when you get it, I guarantee you're going to know that it's for you. There's no second guessing. And the thing you'll know also is like when spirit is giving you, because in your mind you think, oh my God, then that means I have to settle for this or that. And it's like, no, you don't have to settle. It won't even feel like you're settling, because it's like God's not going to force something down your throat that's not of your highest good. And if it's of your highest good, you'll know because you'll feel good. Okay? So have standards. Do know that there are, you know, deceptions in disguise, like that attractive guy, that attractive girl could be a test of faith for you to really see if you know what you really want, if you're really ready for true love. And not saying that your partner will not look good. It's just there's certain things that come in certain packages. And don't mistake that guy that you're like, oh, he's just a nerd and I don't like him and he's this, he's that, and he's all pushing down your throat like, yeah, I can do this for you and I can be that for you. Don't mistake that those types are deceptive either. But the thing is, you have to use your heart's discernment and know what's best for you and not to settle. And a lot of you are settling on someone that you think is it, and they're just catalysts. A lot of them. Because this is just what I'm picking up. Like, you don't have to chase what's yours. So the whole chaser and runner thing, I feel like that's a codependent relationship. That's an unhealthy thing. And yeah, there's divine energy behind it. There's lessons to learn within all of that for different reasons, for different people. You have your own lessons and assignments. But what's really meant for you will never run from you. Yeah, you can say and give this person excuses that he's scared or she's scared and she's in denial. But in a sense, you know, yeah, we can be fearful of the very things we want. We can somehow sabotage it. But in a way, it's like, you know, you don't want to lose what's yours and what's a gift from God. And you know for sure that it's a gift. You won't run from it. So those of you who are stuck on someone that's just not, they're just pretty much saying to you, nah, I'm good. Until you learn the lesson and say, you know what, I get it. I still have love for this person. This whole connection was not in vain, but I deserve someone that truly loves me, truly wants to be with me and sees me for my higher self. Okay. Feeling alone with the opportunity beckons. The reason why this energy is here, the Five of Pentacles, you feel like everybody's getting love but me, and this person just keeps passing me by, and you know, I'm waiting around for him or her to come back, and I'm just wasting my life away, and all in the while, opportunity beckons. You're denying. This is like the Four of Cups. You know how that cup hangs out? God is handing that person that cup, and he's focused on these three cups. So you're focused on this person, that person, you know, they're not coming through. Well, their promises to me, or this, you know, the promises that I fixated in my mind, you know, the expectations that I built up around this situation or a specific person. And when Spirit is handing me this authentic, pure love, I can't even see it because I'm not in the space to receive it. A lot of you are not in the space to receive it. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not giving you guys a spanking, really. Maybe triggering a little bit, but it's all in love. Because you got the Five of Challenging Times, which is the Five of Wands. So there's a fight going on. And I'll tell you what it is. And it's funny because you got the Detached card. You're not surrendering. The hardest part is letting go. That's the hardest part, is letting go. You got the Refuse to See card. So the Two of Swords. You're refusing to pay attention to your higher self. You're in denial. You can't say that you don't know what's really what's this joy and stability energy is. You can't say you don't know what that is. that you don't know better for yourself or what's best for you. You can't say that anymore because you know now. You know. You guys gotta surrender. I feel that's heavy. That's what Spirit's trying to tell you. You guys have to surrender. Because you're not allowing Spirit to give you that thing that you say that you want. And it's... I almost want to cry because it's like... I feel so bad because you're not allowing Spirit to bring in something so beautiful. Something so pure. Because you guys are holding on to an ideal. I've been saying this for months now. That person whom you're titling your true love, more than likely a majority of you guys have not experienced that true love that Spirit has for you. You have not experienced it. You haven't. You're settling. You're settling for a codependent energy. It's not in vain. It is divine. It's meant to help you grow. You see these lovers here, they're growing. It's all love here. It's never out of vain, but just know that your higher self wants something better. Your higher self is reaching towards this Ace of Cups energy, the love abounds. It's reaching towards that. That's what it wants. Got the Tower. Keep telling y'all, the Tower energy is among us. It's time to surrender. It's time to let go, you guys, for real. Because you have the Three of Pentacles. So you got your spiritual team working with you. You can't say you don't know any better. You can't say you don't know what you want, because the Queen of Swords is here. She doesn't play. She knows what's up. She says what's up. She's straightforward. She's honest. And you have the Nine of Wands. So inner fight going on, you're battling yourself, but it's time to move forward. You got the Six of Swords. It's time to move on. This challenging time that you're in, it will pass, because you have the Five here. It's a shifting energy. You're going to come out of it. But you got to surrender. You know it's time. And it's so scary. I'll tell you guys, like, the person whom I thought was my twin flame, it was not the fact that he didn't help me or he wasn't any good for me, because he was to an extent, but he's not that which you're saying that you're seeking. It's a whole twin flame dynamic thing is really about yourself. It's a journey of self. But what a lot of you are seeking is a divine soulmate. You're desiring someone that God has placed and made just for you. You're not looking for an assignment or someone to, you know, learn lessons from over and over again in pain. That person helped you. It's time to move on to what's best and what's of your highest good now. Because you guys are asking for a true loving partnership. You're asking for that. And you have to ask yourself, do I really want this? Do I really even need this anymore? Haven't I learned the lessons? World card. These cups. Tower, come out again. Guys, come on now. The Six of Swords again at the bottom. Come on. If I'm triggering you, I'm not sorry. Because it's like you gotta... I'm not saying like, oh, Chenoa is right. Because it's not really coming from me. I've already learned some of my lessons. I'm still going through it. I'm still releasing a lot of shit. A lot. And one thing I can tell you is that twin flame energy, I know because I've seen better. I know that Spirit has better for me. That person helped me. Thank him. Thank God for him. Thank God for the experience. But I'm ready to move on to the next phase now. They sent me somebody after that person. He helped me too. He helped me to see that I really wasn't healed yet. I really wasn't ready for what I wanted. He was almost what I was looking for. And maybe, you know, the same for him, who knows? And I thought like, oh, this guy was it. Like, okay, maybe he's it. But then there's a part of me that questioned it all the time. And you will never question what God has for you. You know what's yours. You will never question it. And it's not out of stubbornness, like, oh, this man is mine, or this woman is mine. You'll never have to really question it. It's something you just know within yourself. There's always that inner peace there. That person knows who you are and you know who they are. And not saying that it's going to be all light and fluffy, that you guys will never bicker, that you guys won't have your little differences. But that person's going to work with you. They're going to work on themselves because they want to do right for themselves and they want to do right for you. And you'll do the same for them. There won't be any playing any games or any confusion whether or not a person really wants you. The World card cycle is ending. The cycle is closing. This karmic cycle. And this comes with their prize. This comes with their reward, a victory, a success. It's like the Olympics. You had to go through all of that training. Now you're at the end. The Ace of Cups. God is like, are you going to take this pure love, this divine, unconditional love or not? Are you going to accept it? Are you going to take it? The Tower card. It's time to surrender to some shit that it's not for you anymore. This situation, you know what situation I'm talking about. It's not for you anymore. It's not meant to stay, and it's fine. And it might hurt. It might sting a little bit. It might even have triggered you a little bit. But you know what? You're moving on. You'll have left what doesn't serve you. You'll have that understanding within yourself. It's like the number 6 is of harmony, of balance, reciprocation. So it's like your entire being will be totally certain that it's time to move forward and that you are moving on to something greater. You're moving into the unknown. You don't know where this trip is taking you, but you know it's better on the other side of all of this. It's gotta be. Okay. Let's see what the advice card is from the Romance Angels deck. I don't know if it's spirit, I feel like everything is needed to be said. And I pray for all of you guys that you receive that love that you want. Don't stop your dreams. Don't take my word for it. Like, if you believe that this person that you say is your twin flame is your true love, don't take my word for it. Like, you never want to just take someone's word for it unless it resonates. But if there's an in denial energy, it's gonna make you feel sick to your stomach, because you know if something's not for you, you're like, well, it's not for me, and you turn it off. But there's a part of you that kind of aches inside because it's something brewing within you that's triggering something within you that you're not facing, or you're consciously in denial. You're doing it on purpose. You don't want to hear it on purpose. But you know deep within your being whether or not whomever this person is that you believe to be your twin flame, is it or not. Because you got to love yourself first. So you got to put you first. This person, if he wants to leave, if she wants to leave, let them. And I tell you why. It's like that. If it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't, it wasn't ever meant for you. So that's that surrender energy. It's also a symbol of surrendering. Say, yes, Spirit, I would like to have 5 kids. But if it's not in my highest good to have 5 kids, then I'm fine with that. Bless me with what's best for me. Because I guarantee you're going to get it. You're going to know. You're never settling for what Spirit wants for you, because they know you better than you know yourself. Retreat. So I'm getting that you guys need to take a step back from some of your situations. Some of you may be even guided to leave a partnership or a marriage because it's unhealthy. You have reconciliation. So it's like you need to create space for that person that Spirit's trying to bring in. And this is someone you haven't met or encountered yet. You don't know of this person. They don't know of you, more than likely. They haven't come into your life yet. This is someone that Spirit has created just for you and you just for them. You don't know each other yet. This energy is very airy. It's not physical. It's not earthbound. So this is not someone that you've dealt with that's coming back into your life. But take a step back from this whole situation. It might even be best to retreat from, your ideals of love, like the movie novels and the twin flame stuff. Like, you might need to just go within and figure out, what does true love mean for me? Like, what is the ideal partnership for me? Apart from what my mom says, or what type of relationship she had, or my grandparents, or the TV, the movies. What do I want? And then when you figure that out, I feel like the more clearer it is, because you're taking a stand and say, I want something higher for myself. In spirit, I trust that whatever's meant for me will come to me. Make your list. Make your Christmas list. Tell Spirit what you want, and be like, Spirit, if this is for me, I trust that you are going to deliver this to me. And when I get it, I'm going to be like that child on Christmas Day that sees all the gifts and the presents, and there might even be some presents under there that I didn't even know that I would love and want. Leave it up to Spirit to surprise you. That's the best gift. Leave it up to Spirit to surprise you. Spirit's never going to hand you a teddy bear that's missing an eyeball. They're going to give you something much better than you thought you were going to get. It's like that. It's a meme. I don't know, meme. And it has a picture. It's like an illustration of Jesus. And there's a little girl, and she has this little teddy bear, and it looks like she had it for a long time. And then she was like, but God, I want this, or I want to keep it. And God is like, I have something better for you. And it's like, just trust. And he had this big teddy bear behind him. It's that energy. If you can only just trust. Only trust. Just trust. And who's to say, if you don't let this person go and surrender, that this person won't come back like that big teddy bear? That could happen too. But just be open to the fact that whatever happens, it's going to be of my highest good. All I got to do is trust. And like I said, it takes big panties and big boxers to surrender and trust. For some people, it's like, no, I got this. This is what I want. I want this shrimp and linguine. I don't want no ravioli and whatever you got over there. And then it might end up being the bombest ravioli you've ever had. But just trust, you guys. Just trust. That's the whole gist of it that I'm getting. Just surrender and trust. That's what I'm getting. So I hope that this resonates with someone and that it clarifies it. If it doesn't resonate, then just keep it moving. That's fine. If it triggered you in some way, it's what needs to happen. Triggers, they gotta happen. But I send you guys much love and light, and I wish you guys nothing but beautiful, blessed unions and love. Like what you deserve. Someone that loves you, someone that will see your highest self, that's going to love you and treat you with the utmost respect, and will never run back and forth between you and another person, or disown you, block you from Facebook, whatever other stuff that you guys are dealing with that you don't deserve. Those are lessons. And I hope that you see that it was about loving you. I hope that's what you see, and that it helps you to see what it is that you really want in love. That you will never settle ever, ever, ever again. And no offense to the twin flame person, guy or girl, that, that could be who you're dealing with, but everybody before that person. You deserve so much more. So much more than that. And you're gonna get it, but you have to open up. Gotta open your hand. You got a tight fist right now. All you gotta do is just kind of open it up. Just a little bit. Open it up. Because your higher self is like, I'm open. I'm ready. Shit, I'm open. I'll take it. And you're over here like, I don't want it. I'm not ready. I'm by myself. I'm never gonna get into union. And Spirit is like, yeah, you will. But you're not seeing the opportunity behind you. You're not taking it up. You're not taking my offer for true love. You're not allowing this person to even meet you halfway. All right, you guys. All right, it's all out. So much love to you guys. Peace.